Oh, Hanaki? Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? What do you know? I'm Yuno Hanaki from production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing? Do you guys have a good Monday? Did you, I don't know what you got up to, because Monday is, as Monday does. But I hope you guys had a good Monday. Mine was pretty, uneventful, I guess is the best way to put it. Stayed up way too late last night. That's on me. That's on me. So I didn't really get that much done. I did like basic, I did my thumbnails, put up the waiting rooms, and then I rested. I mostly did resting. I probably should have done some recording today because there are some things that have come up that I need to record. But I'm probably gonna do that after stream. Because I luckily am in an environment, in Onigashima where I can record whenever. So, I'm probably gonna record after this. So I can get that out of the way. But I probably should have done it beforehand, is what I'm saying. But I was too, I rested. This is what I get. This is the consequences of my actions for staying up a little bit later than I usually do. But it was a good time. I enjoyed myself. Definitely a Monday. Nothing like having to go out and find a future worksite. Yeah, Monday is as Monday does, for sure. Good job on resting. Thank you. As long as you enjoyed yourself. I did. It was really fun. I was hanging out with some of the girls, offline hangouts. Well, not like offline as in off collab, but like offline as in it wasn't being streamed, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's hard to just like hang out with people, without it being streamed, but, we had time yesterday, so that was nice. Yeah. Gross. Must have laughed a lot. I did. It was a very fun time. Personal girly time. For real, for real. Like, I could tell that I needed it, but I didn't realize just how much until I got it, you know? The social interaction was nice. But no, I had a lot of fun. We got to talk about a lot of things. It was a very nice time. I enjoyed it. So it was worth it, even though I was very, very tired. Very, very, very tired. But I'm okay now. Is all good. You know, voice is lovely. Thank you. I don't know why you're complimenting my voice right now, but thank you. I don't feel like I'm doing anything different from usual, but thanks. Did you talk about us? A little bit. Talked about you guys a little bit. You know how it is. But speaking of voice, I guess, in case you guys didn't see it yesterday, the HD version of Hanamizuki is up on Kaya's channel. Well, I should say, it was re-uploaded. Well, we don't talk about the other version. The alternative version. Only nice things, I hope? You know. They're mostly nice things. Saw it multiple times, thank you! But this is for those of you who haven't seen it. Be sure to check it out. And as a reminder, this is on my schedule, but, there will be a duet that is posted with me and Ranchan, on her channel on Friday. It'll be an hour before my usual stream time. An hour before Fictitious Friday. So be on the lookout for that, too. I just got the art back, actually, earlier today. The art got finished, so I was looking at it, and I was just like, oh, it's so pretty. We're working on the Patreon members folder. The members art folder. We're working on it. Management and I are figuring out what the best sharing service would be for it, like the to like house all the files, but then we're gonna start uploading to it. soon-ish. But I might just make like a separate post on the Patreon that showcases the art. Would have us in the feels? I think so. I'm not sure. I want to offer to do closed captions for the video because I know that, I mean, it's a Japanese song, so I feel like you guys would probably understand it a lot more if you could see the English closed captions. But I don't really know if I could easily get a file over for Ranchan to put on the video. I have to, like, look into how YouTube does it, because I always do my closed captions in the, I always do my closed captions in the, YouTube editor. Like, I just, like, put them in manually myself, like, through using the video editor, or, like, the caption editor. So I don't know if I could also do it for somebody else. I would have to, like, see if YouTube allows, like, uploading of it. But I do think that having access to the CCs would make the duet have a little bit more of an impact. But it is a really pretty song. If you know me and you know Ranchan, you might be able to guess what it's from. But the translation itself is something you would probably have to use the good old Google search for, unless I can figure out how to get the CCs to work. If I can transfer them over. I would like to if I could. Because I know that closed captions is kind of, like, tedious work, but it's something I'm used to doing. I actually used to do it, like, on a freelance basis for a while, so I'm quite familiar with the process. That's why I always do it for my own videos, because I find it pretty easy. It's actually quite fun. But I'll see. I think YouTube allows you to upload certain files, so I probably have to use an internal as in, like, on my end, like, an actual, like, program, and then I would have to export that file and give it to Ranchan, maybe, but we can see if that will work. I will look into it. It is something I will look into later. Is there a reason you can't use the same service that the other kawaii girls use? What other service? I'm not sure what you are asking. I mean, for me, at least, I've been having management kind of handle most of this stuff, so I haven't been, questioning it very much. When we talked about making the members art folder, management was just like, okay, we'll get this thing set up for you so that way, well, I mean, I can't really explain why. I feel like it should be kind of obvious, though. Like, it needs to not be tied to, like, an account that I have. It needs to be something that management can kind of take care of, so that way there's no, like, leaking of internal accounts or what have you. So we're trying to figure out how to get that to work. So it's a matter of finding a sharing service that doesn't have, like, that sort of attribution of, like, an account name and stuff. That's kind of the main thing that we are taking care of regarding that. But it shouldn't be too difficult. I've been paying attention to management's updates on it. But everything's just so busy. Remember how I've been saying that August is a very busy month. It just keeps getting busier. So, like, it's not super high priority right now. We are going to get there. It's just, in terms of priorities, there's just been other things going on that are a little bit more pressing. So I'm doing that thing again where I'm having a hard time advocating for my stuff getting done. But I'll stay on top of it, though, I promise. I'll make sure that you guys get your things. It's August. Yeah. Emphasis on the ugh. It feels like everything is exploding all the time. But we'll get there. I have promised that I will take good care of the Patreon and all of the Patreon stuff. As well as, you know, you guys are going to get the art folder too, Tier 2 and Tier 3 members. But you only get the one post, and then it'll not be boosted again ever. You only get the one link, so make it count. But that's why it's just taking a little bit to figure out where we want to put everything, and make sure that we have enough space and stuff too. Because if it's going to be a constantly updated art folder, it's going to need a lot of space. Like, a lot of space. I don't have a lot of art, but I do have a decent amount, and there's always a chance that it will accumulate more as time goes on, so yeah. Yeah. Okay, but we're not here to talk about that anymore. Housekeeping, over. Housekeeping, donezo. We're on to the main event now. And by that I mean... it is time to discuss... yeah, the house has been kept. We're on to the meat of the conversation. We are here to discuss the Damadachis choice. So, as you guys saw on the schedule, you have earned your stream. A stream of your choice. Whatever you want it to be, that is what I will stream on Thursday. There is a temporary thumbnail for right now, until I figure out what the thing is going to be. Once I know, everything will get changed to reflect the stream of your choice. As I said in the initial community post and in the tweet on Twitter, as long as it's within YouTube TOS, that's fine. Anything goes, really. And if it's a game suggestion, it depends on if we can get permissions. Because it's going to be pretty quick. I don't know how easily I would be able to very quickly get permissions for a game, depending on the game that it is. So, that is something to keep in mind as well. But, you know, if it's a game that we already have permissions for, that would be great. Or if it's something that has, like, open permissions, that would also be great. But that's kind of where we are at regarding that stuff. I am going to... where do I do this? Would you guys want me to switch to my game overlay so that we can have, like, a Google Doc with all of the suggestions? Or should we just, like, talk it out? I'm fine either way, but I'm gonna have to, like, do some shifting. Because I know that, like, if we talk about it, there's a chance that, like, we wouldn't be able to keep track of all of the answers. So I might want to do a doc. Okay. Let's see. Damadachis choice. I'll write this down here. I love spelling. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we'll switch screens. I think chat should be okay on the other screen. Let me check. It is. Okay, sick. So now I just have to... do this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I need to make this a bit big, make the page a bit bigger so you guys can actually see it. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I think it's big enough. Okay. We will switch over to the game screen then. We don't have the Tamadashi. We don't have the OniMon BGM over there. It'll just be the writing one, but that is okay. Oh, Hanaki! Welcome in! Let's go. Pew pew! Why is it so big? I forget that sometimes the browser source, like, becomes bigger than the window it is supposed to be in. Mr. Browser, do you mind? Get in your box. Get into your assigned box, sir. Sir? I had it set up. Dang it. Alright, whatever. That's fine. You don't need to see the title of the document. Meh. We'll just leave it like this so that the pop-up isn't there. Okay. Putting the browser in the case. Shut up. It has to go in there. It has its assigned little spot. Oh, whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. It has an assigned spot. That's where all of these sources go. It has an assigned little box. That's the point of this overlay. Notes. So true. Okay, let me put on some music. Let's get some music going. Okay. So, let's go ahead and start talking about the suggestions. I pulled up the community tab post first, but then I will be going back and I'll be looking at the tweet. But the tweet didn't really get that many replies, so... Okay, so we have a vote for Gardic Phone, which we've played already. We played it during an endurance stream, though, so there isn't like a standalone vote for it. Or there's not a standalone Gardic Phone stream, which I guess people are interested in? Question mark? Okay, so vote for Gardic Phone. We also have Smash Brothers Ultimate or Splatoon 3 with chat. So I guess we'll do Smash Brothers Ultimate, Splatoon 3. Both of these are viewer games. Since they're both Nintendo, I think permissions are okay there. Hesitant question mark. I believe it should be okay. I can't remember if any of the other girls have played Splatoon. I know Smash Brothers is okay, I think. Because I think I remember Isla-sama played it with viewers once. I don't have either of these games, so I will have to buy them if they end up winning somehow. If this ends up being what people decide. Sounds like we want to play with you. It kind of looks like it. I've honestly always been kind of curious about Splatoon. So this might be a fun one to play. Some Splat. Blah, blah, blah. I need to pop you guys out so that I can see you better. Hold on. I need to be able to see you. I have to keep craning my neck. Do you have Fall Guys? I do have Fall Guys, although I would have to make a new account, I think. Yeah, I think I'd have to make a new account, which can be a little bit annoying. Kaya did Splatoon. I had to teach her how to set up rooms for chat. Oh, okay. So Splatoon would also be good then. Sick. You're a squid now? Well, right now I am still a kid, but eventually if I ever play Splatoon, I will become a squid. Fall Guys. Okay, we can suggest Fall Guys. That's fine. Fall Guys. So many games. Okay. And then there was... somebody suggested Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2, but also Dragon Age Origins. I've never played either of these. I believe these are RPGs, but I've never played either. Those would be weird games to play for just one stream. They are very long. What's the criteria for suggestions? Well, my primary criteria is that it fit within YouTube TOS, like nothing that would break YouTube's terms of service, obviously. I should hope you don't want me to get my channel banned. And then also, if it's a game, it's a matter of getting permissions. If you know other kawaii girls have played it, or if you know that the permissions for the game are like relatively chill, then it might be okay, but I can't, I wouldn't be able to like rush a perms request because the stream is supposed to be this week. So ideally, nothing that would take a really long time to get permission for. If it's a game. It doesn't have to be a game. You guys don't have to request games. You can request other types of streams too. Like you could request a specifically themed Zatsu. You could request like a roleplay stream. You could request like karaoke, like a themed karaoke. You know, there's more possibilities than just games, but it's okay if you want to play games. That's fine too. $1 1K ASMR shorts. I mean, yes, if that was something that you guys really wanted, I would do it. But it would be the one time. React stream meta. A non-video stream would be a solo RPG based on one of your OCs. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. It would be a one time per dollar. Yuno versus a crane game. So like one of those crane game, one of those like apps that lets you play crane games like virtually. I think at least Nene has played one of those before. I don't know if that means blanket firms though. Ghost broke playing Toreba. Don't do this to me. I had a phase where I tried to play Toreba, but I never won anything. Nene has done Toreba? Oh gosh. Toreba. I had a phase. They had Idolish 7 merch that I tried really hard to get. But I couldn't get it. I was so mad. Was it fun? I mean, I do think it's pretty fun, yes. Writing a production kawaii fanfic streak with chat input with buzzwords. Chat input with buzzwords. The thing with the kawaii fanfiction is I would have to get all the girls' permission to write it. And there's like a chance that there'd be some stipulations on how certain girls want to be written. It could be like a whole thing. That would probably take a little bit more prep than just a few days, because I would have to get everybody's okay to be included, should they be included. Are you suggesting things right now, or still sorting through ones that got made already? I'm sorting through ones that got made already. I'm letting you guys kind of hash out your ideas, but I'm not adding anything yet. I still have to go through the ones that were requested early. But that was all for the YouTube comments. And then going back to the tweet. How are you with model building? I've never tried to build a model. If you're talking about like the model kit stuff that Ranchan does, I've never really done it. But also, I don't really have a good hand cam set up, so I couldn't do something like that, unfortunately. I appreciate the suggestion. I do think that the experience would be quite relaxing. But I do not have a good hand cam set up where I am right now, so I would not really be able to take advantage of that fully. Unfortunately, yeah, no hands allowed in the box. That's why you rarely ever see my hands on stream. No hands. Sorry. Appreciated this. I appreciate the suggestion, though. If there is ever a day where I am free from this current box, I will definitely consider doing hand cam streams, but for now, no. For now, no. Maybe not full fingies, no. But we'll see. I'm also a bit nervous about the idea of doing a hand cam, so I'm not sure if I would fully do it, but you know. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, so there's a couple of comments from the Twitter post that was of the same thing. Online Jigsaw, that sounds fun. I would have to find a good service for that. I've never really played online Jigsaw stuff before. Tetris. Wait, let me finish putting down the stuff that was requested early. Okay, so somebody else voted for Gardic Phone, so I guess we have, a plus one for Gardic Phone. That's funny. We've already got 2 people who voted for Gardic. Necro Barista. I guess similar to Red Dead Redemption and Dragon Age, Necro Barista would be kind of a hard one to do in one stream because it's like a long-ish visual novel type type game. So that one might be a little bit difficult, but I will still include it as a suggestion. Dramatic reading of a bad book. I don't know what would classify as a bad book. So that might be a bit difficult to root around, but maybe. About 5 hours according to Google. Okay, but every time I have Googled how long to beat, let's be for real. I'm gonna take longer. Let's be so for real right now. I would take longer because I'm a bad gamer. I'm slow and I'm bad at games, and I'm slow and I'm bad at games. So even if it says how long the beat is like, oh, it's about like 5 hours, it's not gonna work out for me. Yeah, exactly. Shady part of me was like, I think that one was also estimated to be like 5 or 6 hours, and then I played for basically 5, and I did freaking nothing. Shut up! Shut up! Stop making fun of me! Stop making fun of me! You know, speedruns games in the cute percent category? What is cute percent? Wait, I don't know what this is. Is this a joke? Is this a category that is made up just because I'm a cute girl and I'm bad at games? If so, valid. Finally, a genre for me. Low-key, I've always kind of wanted to do a speedrun. I watch speedruns all the time. Like, I love watching games done quick, whether it be summer games or the regular GDQ. I love watching them. In my head, I'm just like, oh yeah, speedrun strats. This makes a lot of sense in my brain. If I ever tried to actually do it, I would explode, probably. Start the gaming, get the cuteness right away. You should actually try a speedrun stream. I mean, there could be a chance that I could do some sort of training arc to learn how to speedrun a game. Yuno learns a speedrun. Oh boy. That would be so cursed. Well, let me make sure I got the other suggestions from the tweet first, and then I will, there's only one more, so we're okay. British indie game, thank goodness you're here. Okay. So that would be an indie game? I'm guessing it's short. Thank goodness you're here. That game is like 3 hours long? Oh, so 6 in Yuno time. So technically, could do it in one stream. Because like a 5-6 hour stream is probably about my upper limit. So, technically? Actually doable. Wowee. We are leaning into the fact that I'm really bad at time management when it comes to playing video games on stream. Anyways. What's a comfort game you think you'd want to try? I would probably want to do either a Kirby game or maybe a Sonic game if I was going to learn a speedrun. I assume that's what you're asking about. It would probably be either Kirby or Sonic, because I like Sonic games a lot. I like the Sonic speedrun block during games done quick. I think it's fun. Kirby is just because I like that little pink blobbo. And we have the Nintendo prims, so I think playing Kirby would be doable. Me looking up people who have actually speedrun Kirby, help me. Coach me. Okay, but those were all of the suggestions from the actual posts. So they also have that new Nintendo speedrunning game on Switch. Oh yeah! I remember seeing that during the Direct that I live tweeted. I thought that was very silly, but also really fun. The problem with that game, though, is that it has a lot of the, like, old games, and I didn't really play a lot of those old games, so the nostalgia's kind of lost on me. But still. A really short game I played recently is Behind the Frame, if anyone knows it. I loved Behind the Frame. The people that made Behind the Frame just released a new game. I think it's called a star called EOS. EOS? I want to play that game, but I don't know how short or long it is. It's on my wish list, though, because I want to play it. Because I really liked Behind the Frame. My phone almost explodes during that direct. Sorry, but also not sorry. That's what you get for having alerts on. Who Killed Sonic is a good game too. I played that. If you mean the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, I did play that. I played that during a morning stream once. I played it already. I still play Power Wash Simulator. Honestly, I have wanted to play it, but never have. And I know that that's crazy, considering my whole thing is, like, cozy games where you just kind of chill and do stuff. But I've never gotten the chance to play Power Wash Simulator. Maybe add Power Wash? I mean, yeah, we are at the point where you guys can start actively suggesting things. So... It's a relaxing game to me. Power Wash Simulator? Yeah, I hear a lot of people really like it. Do you have something against washing? No. It's just that I never got the chance to play it. It was, like, really expensive for a while there. But I can put Power Wash on here, I guess. DLC is free? Yeah, but what about the base game? Power Wash Simulator. You don't play Stick of Truth. Please say psych. I don't think, of all of the South Park video games, I do not think Stick of Truth would ever get through the permissions hurdle. You remember that the whole point of that game is there's a specific enemy that's very, very controversial, right? Right? Like, I don't... work with me here. Henry Stickmin? I've heard of Henry Stickmin. I've never played it. But I thought a lot of people, have played that already. I don't remember, can you say it? No. No, I can't. Or say so here? I mean... Say so is a bit of a strong word. But we are not South Park levels of unsay so. You know what I mean? I guess you could play Fractured. No, Fractured is also still kind of bad. Fractured is still kind of not good. I think the only game that would maybe get through it would be Snow Day. But that's because there isn't really much of a story to it. The story that is there is not particularly... I don't think the story was particularly controversial. But the story mode's also really easy to get through. I really liked the Onechan bedtime story stream you did. If we could either get another Onechan stream or another story stream with a different Yuno, that would be nice. Okay. Is that the N64 one? No, they actually released a newer game that was called Snow Day. It released on Steam and I think on a couple consoles. But it's like I forget the name of the genre, but it's like you team up, or well, you have the option to team up with a party of you and 3 friends, and you like go through like a it's like a PvE type deal where your group goes up against the AI and you're like beating people up. It's not really, I wouldn't call it a beat 'em up. I don't know how to word it. I don't remember what the genre is. Is the Spy X Family game out? I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it released in English. That's the game that came out on the Switch, right? Third-person shooter. It's not a shooter. None of the weapons are guns. But it is third-person. But yeah, the Spy X Family game was for the Switch, I think? I don't know if that could be done in one stream, though. We're suggesting a lot of things where I'm not sure if it could be done in one go. Wiki says action-adventure beat-em-up roguelike. Oh, okay, so I guess it is a beat-em-up. I wasn't sure if it would really count. It has roguelike elements, but it's not fully a roguelike. A lot of it is still pretty linear. But there are certain power-ups and stuff that are roguelike, randomly generated type deal. Mm-hmm. But the main campaign for that is pretty short. Playing Elden Ring with the forehead? You're gonna make me buy Elden Ring for a one-off stream where I play the game using my forehead on the controller? Really? That just sounds like a waste of everybody's time and money. Lord. That's just silly. Yeah, not only is it silly, but I wouldn't even be able to read chat. It's a waste of everybody's time and your money. What the heck? Shaking my dang head. I mean, someone brought up another, like, Souls type game or whatever. I guess if you wanted to, I could do another installment of Another Crab's Treasure. I don't know if that really counts as something, like, requestable, though. Because I was technically already playing that before. Do not blemish Yuno's head with controller dents. Can we not blemish my head with any dents? That would be nice. Sam & Max? The friend that I share a library with actually has all of the Sam & Max games, but I don't remember how long those are. If you play that, no kind of loud. No, my crutch. Sisyphus? Oh, the like rage game. The Sisyphus rage game. I don't remember what it's called. Game of Sisyphus? Sisyphus? Sisyphus, Jump King, Getting Over It are all decent ideas. Would you count those as separate, or would you just want to do like is there like one preference that you have? Because I don't know if I'm going to buy all of them. Well, obviously not. But I want to know if there's like one specific one you'd like to see, so I don't have to put all three of them separately. Read the uncensored Fate Stay Night visual novel without cringing? Or would we be allowed to play it uncensored? I think we'd have to play it censored, right? Otherwise, YouTube would destroy me. YouTube would put my channel in a vice grip. Unless the joke of the stream is that I'm not actually reading it out loud to you guys, I'm just reading it by myself and I'm trying not to cringe. ASMR, Yuno is reading a very cringe visual novel, and you just occasionally hear the slight sound of her going like, oh, yikes. Oh, gross. Oh, I don't like that. That's the ASMR. That's just straight RIT, and that's what I thought. Our game suggestions specifically on PC, they don't have to be. I do have a Switch. I can stream Switch games, but I don't have any other consoles. So if it's a game that is on the Switch or is on one of the Switch's emulators, I can play that. Might as well breathe my immortal. I read that with Reina. We do have to do a part 2 still. Reina really wants to. We just haven't had time to schedule a part 2 with everything going on. But we've talked about doing a part 2 of that stream in the future. Hopefully one where she can actually get bevies, because when we did it last time, she didn't get the chance to get alcohol on time. So she was painfully sober while I was just sitting there like, woohoo! I'm having a good time. Please no. What do you mean please no? I think you mean please yes. Yuno sings sad songs in memory of Ron, so a karaoke stream that just focuses on sad I will miss Ron songs. I mean, it's an option. Karaoke, sad songs, cause I will miss Ron. Sure. Manual Samuel is a short game? What the heck is Manual Samuel? I feel like I've heard the name before, but I don't know what it actually is. Manuel Samuel. Sounds like a good title for a stream. I do X while painfully sober. It's like Quap, but with a story. Oh, I remember Quap. That sounds very silly. You basically control a person. That's every video game! What do you mean? That's every video game ever! You control a person! Can we be more specific? Q Remastered? Oh, that's that one, like, really difficult puzzle game, right? If you want? I feel like some of you guys should be a little bit more in agreement about ideas before I start putting too many of these down. Big brain Buno time? Oh god. The problem is, would I actually be big brain? The people are still out on this one. Q Remastered. I guess. Sure. I think you take suggestions for 8 more minutes and then we vote. Okay. Well, this is a lot of things to vote for. This is a pretty long list of suggestions. But true, we'll go for a few more minutes with more suggestions. Definitely for Gardic. The irony of this is that I feel like we're just going to end up choosing Gardic. How about Hypnospace Outlaw? Isn't that game also kind of long? Y'all keep suggesting games that would be a little bit difficult to play in one stream. How long to be? 6 hours? So that would be a 12-hour stream in Yuno time. If I couldn't vote for Gardic, I'd say Fall Guys. Man. But no, Hypnospace Outlaw would be like a 12-hour stream. Fall Guys, yeah, let's be beans. I see, that's the trick. You guys want to be beans. Might want to roll out Red Dead. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to get rid of, like, all of these ones because they are RPGs and are too long. There's a way to strike through, isn't there? Could have sworn there was. I don't remember. Control 5? I was gonna say Control S. But I could be wrong. Let me see. Control 5. Neither of those work. I see. Necro Barista would be interesting for you to pick up, though. I have wanted to play it, but it's like it's another like longer-ish game, so it might be something that I would have to do as like a separate stream series type deal. I do want to come back to it. I think I'll just put these in italics though, and maybe I'll just have it be like a poll for like a future like long play series. Maybe when you're done with Chance of Sonara. Yeah, I can see it taking the morning slot. For sure, for sure. Especially because it's a lot of reading. That would be a very comfy morning stream experience. It's an option under format? Where was it? Oh. Alt-Shift-5. You're so right. That's crazy. Anyway. We'll ignore these for now. You know, it take hours on the creation screen alone, and what about it? Character creation screens are God's gift to video games. Character creation screens are arguably the video game itself. That's all that matters. Everything that happens after is just bonus content. That's just the post-credits scene. Technology. Okay. Do we have any more last-minute suggestions? We're looking for things that we can dedicate just one stream to. Ideally, because I don't necessarily want to start like a whole series. Especially if you guys earn another Damadachis choice, you would have like another stream that you'd be able to pick something for, so the options always be here. Tales of Vesperia, stop! I am planning to play that game eventually, just not yet. I have permissions and everything. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for a good time. And by good time, I mean I'm waiting for when I'm ready to, like, unleash it to the world. It's an RPG on the Switch. If it's short, maybe. Kirby would also be a series, though. Kirby would also have to be a series, because unless that's specifically the, like, speedrun learning stream, I wouldn't be able to beat it in one sitting. Unless I dedicated a, like, 12-hour stream to Kirby. But I really can't. Ironically enough, Thursday is when I have a pretty important meeting, so I can't, well, Thursday, like, night. So I really can't do something that's too long. I would if I could. I'm not playing Tales of Symphonia 2. It's not available on the Switch or on Steam, so I can't play it. Good. I swear to you, if they port Symphonia 2 before they do anything with Tales of Legendia, I will actually go to the Bandai Namco office and have a very firm argument. I will have a very firm argument. I will take my PS2 copy of Tales of Legendia and be like, do you see this? This game has gotten no attention from you in years. And you are telling me Symphonia 2 that everybody literally hated in the West is the thing that's getting ported to the freaking Steam and or Nintendo Switch? How dare you? And then I will leave. That's all I will say. It's my strongly worded argument. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, it's long but beginner friendly. 3 Houses would be very, very long indeed. And I have not played it, but I've heard good things about it. But maybe in the future, the thing about Fire Emblem is that, like, people have their opinions, TM, about how to play games like Fire Emblem, and I don't know if I am in the mood for those arguments, but maybe eventually. Because I'm also thinking about playing a Persona game eventually too, if I can get permissions. So I'm just kind of like, I'm thinking about making the next JRPG I play be something non-Tales, that way I can break up the Tales games. Busting out the Blanc a whole lot, real. Brain empty unless Yuno yells at you to sleep for an hour is a stream. It could be a stream. Go to bed! Also, no, but for real, you should go to bed. What do you mean you only slept for 50 minutes? Go to bed. Yuno should teach us about her favorite stories in games. That would be a 20-hour stream. Because I have so many stories that I like in gaming. Playing chess non-stop till reaching master rank. What part of I have a time limit for Thursday's stream did you guys not catch? I have a meeting that day. I have a meeting. I only have like 4 hours max. Please. You might think I'd be able to get to master in 4 hours. You'd be lucky if I could learn the game in 4 hours. I don't know anything about chess. You hate me. You hate me so bad. Alright, well, you're out of time. Chill art stream? I guess so? I'm not really an artist. I'm not really an artist, so I don't really know what I could draw during this if we actually did it. Because I draw with my mouse in Microsoft Paint. Like, I literally cannot draw. know 4D chess. Definitely not. I don't even know normal chess. Horsey moves in an I shape. What does that mean? Also, is that an I or an L? I'm suffering. Alpha Zero and AI only took 4 hours to learn chess and beat the world's strongest chess engine. Well, good for Alpha Zero. Do I look like an AI to you? Do I look like I have the intellect of an AI? Do I look like I have the learning capability? Do I look like that kind of Oni to you? Because I'm not. I mean, yes. Going outside and maxing on my social link stream. I can't stream outside. What do you mean? Y'all, you're so bad at suggestions. I believe in Braino. Don't believe in my brain. My brain can't do shit. Yuno can pull off a Lelouch for you when making nonsense moves. Yuno pretends to learn how to play chess for the stream and then just comes up with how to play chess her way. And that's the stream. Horsey does L-shape. It's more like the horse races to the center of the field because it's symbolic for the fact that this horse is ready to break off from its expectations. And then it circles the king. And the king is like, oh, shit, a horse. And doesn't know how to escape the horse circle. So the king cannot move. You could try Emily as a way. That one's kind of, I mean, maybe the material for that would be okay. I do remember that it's relatively short-ish. Maybe? I mean, I'll put it on here. I don't really think many people are gonna vote for it, but it's an option. And then a piece has an alt or something. So true. Should we vote? Yeah, it's basically voting time. Shotgun King, the final checkmate? What? What is that? The intelligence of the Oni is debatable. I'm not intelligent. How many times do I have to tell you guys this? I'm literally very dumb. I don't know anything about anything, to be honest with you. Actually, I will vote for the crossed-out options. We can't do a long stream. Okay. So these are our options. Anyway, I vote Gardic. Okay. I vote Fall Guys. Okay, let me do it like this. I'll do the, like, tally style. Like, I'll put slashes next to them. Just because there's so many options, I wouldn't know how to split up a poll. Fall Guys, Power Wash. Gardic. Explaining the plot of Tsubasa in 12 hours. I don't think I can do it in 12 hours. But again, reminder, time limit on this stream. Haven't seen Gardic that, so that. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, okay. To the surprise of nobody, Gardic is winning by a landslide. Power Wash. Okay. Power Wash. Okay, garlic. Splatoon. Karaoke. Here's the secret, we can draw all these games in Gartic. Garlic. Okay. That's so crazy. Yeah, in terms of the games that can be played with viewers, unsurprisingly, Gartic is pulling out on top. But it makes sense. These other games all require you to have, like, I mean, at least for these, you would need Nintendo Switch Online. And then, like, for Fall Guys, you would need the... I think it's through the Epic Games Store. You would need, like, an Epic Games account and stuff. Gartic Phone's really easy because you don't need to make an account. So, like, if you're looking for things that are viewer-friendly, Gartic Phone is probably one of the easiest. Probably the only person who despises Gartic. I mean, it's fair. Drawing can be difficult for people. Is Gartic even free? Gartic is free. It's a browser game. I don't think it has any pay options, at least not from what I remember. But yeah, it's a browser game. I think the only person who has to have an account is the person who makes the room. And even then, it's not really so much an account as it is just like a username and password deal. You pay to win by getting a tablet. So true! Every time I play with people and they're like, oh, I'm getting my art tablet out for this, I'm just like, okay, so you're cheating. So you're cheating and you are actively announcing that you are cheating. Gartic is fine, but seems like a waste when it's a stream that you know would probably do normally. I mean, that's also true. I have played Gartic, in endurance streams before. I don't really, like... I've never thought to make a separate stream out of Gartic, just because I was never sure if it could be something that could even last for, like, a 2-hour segment. But, like... if it's what the people want, sure. But, like, in terms of things to play with viewers, all I'm saying is that I think Gartic Phone makes the most sense because it's free, basically. Even if we had another option that could be played with viewers here, like Amogus or something, which is technically also free, that it still requires you to, like, make an account and stuff. Fall Guys is also free, it's true. Words on stream? Honestly, Words on stream is really, really fun. There was a streamer that I used to watch a while back who had it on, like, all the time whenever he would go AFK, and everyone would get super competitive in chat to solve all the words. And the fun thing about it, too, is that the person who's running the game, or, like, running the game for their stream can also participate. So, yeah, it was pretty fun. There's also Gartic on stream? What do you mean Gartic on stream? Eh? I've never heard of this. Gartic on stream. A free game that will bring streamers and audience together. What? Crazy. You guess pictures. Oh. Nah, Words on stream is more fun. The game draws and you have to guess what's being drawn. Interesting. The stream is Thursday. Indeed it is. That was the slot that I had open this week. Because we're busy. I mean, I guess this is an option. If we wanted to do this instead of traditional Gartic phone, we could try it. Do all of them? What do you mean all of them? That would... You guys, I only have 4 hours for that stream maximum. Please. Unfortunately, though, it looks like the Gartic on stream only integrates with Twitch. From what I'm seeing. Unless I'm wrong. Oh, it's from the same people that made Words on Stream, actually. But yeah, it looks like it only integrates with Twitch. I've seen it on YouTube. Why is it just saying only Twitch then? Charlotte did it on YouTube? Huh. It had some shenanigans. I mean, a lot of these sorts of games do. License slander. I guess they assumed that people would play it on Twitch specifically, which I guess is fair. YouTube chat has a little bit more of an overall latency compared to a Twitch chat. Weird. But no, it's straight up only showing me Twitch. Weird. Anyway, I guess this would be something I could look into. Okay. Well, Gartic definitely won by a landslide, so we'll just have to figure out how to do it. I think if we do go with Gartic, I will try and figure out how to do Gartic on stream, or, whatever an equivalent of that would be. Because for some reason the main website is only showing me Twitch integration. If I can figure out how to do the YouTube integration, then maybe we will do Gartic on stream, so that way it's a little bit more engaging for everybody involved, and there's also less pressure to do drawing. Because I'm a really bad drawer. I'm a really bad artist. So I don't particularly advertise Gartic phone for myself either. What would be your backup? Like, if we couldn't do Gartic? Of these options... probably either karaoke or Fall Guys. For me, at least. Karaoke would honestly be easier to set up than Fall Guys, because like I was saying earlier, for Fall Guys, I would probably have to, set up a new account through, like, Epic Games and stuff, and that can be a little bit annoying. So it would be a little bit of a pain to set up, but I'd be willing to do it for you guys if you really wanted to do Fall Guys. Because again, the point of this is that it's supposed to be for you guys. I shouldn't be the one who chooses in the end. You guys were the ones that earned this stream, so that's why I'm giving you the power here. Epic Games does be a pain. So true. So many of these game launchers do not like it when you try to, like, switch or make new accounts or whatever. Because that's the same issue with, like, Uno, because Uno is through, Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is freaking annoying when it comes to switching things around and, like, making new accounts and stuff. Ubisoft, more like Newbisoft. Got him. But no, I think if I was going to choose an alternative, it would be karaoke or Fall Guys. I know that Splatoon and Power Wash have more votes than those two, but Power Wash Simulator would just be Zatsu with power washing. And that's also, if we're going back to the, would it be a stream that Yuno Hanaki would do normally? Power Wash would be. Like, I could honestly see myself doing Power Wash on my own time at some point if I could get access to the game. And then Splatoon 3, while that would be another game that could be played with viewers, it's limited to people who have Switch Online and who also have Splatoon. And Splatoon is one of those, $60 Nintendo games. And I don't really want people to feel pressured to buy a $60 game in order to play games with me. So, I would want more people to feel included. You know? Thus is my thought process. I play Splatoon, but I have to get it. Exactly. I have to get it. Like, I'd have to pay the $60 to get the game. Like, I'm in the same boat as you guys. We'd all be paying $60 to play this game together. Dealing with the curse that is Switch Online. Not only that, but you also need a $400 playing machine. Also true. I mean, I'm surprised that there are people who still don't have a Switch, but also, I'm not that surprised. It really do be like that sometimes. But yeah, no, I would rather do Fall Guys, because at least that one is, like, slightly easier for more people to get a hold of. I'm waiting for the Switch too. I prefer having both kidneys. You're valid for this. I'm also waiting for the Switch too. It better offer some, like, really cool stuff. Buying a glorified toaster for Nintendo games? Don't be mean. The Switch isn't that bad. It definitely has poor optimization, but it's not that bad. As someone who regularly plays it, Splatoon does have a deceptively high skill ceiling. So I've heard. But I also heard that it's pretty easy for people to pick up. Because, you know, it's another one of those, like, games that is technically meant for babies to play. If you want to get into the, like, sweatier gameplay, then yeah, the skill ceiling is high, but, you know. 2024, it's too weak. Yeah, I agree with this. I feel like they did not optimize it well, especially for, like, how games have been evolving these past few years. Optimization is poor. I would agree with this. Switch 2 will have a 3D mode you can turn off and on. No! Not the return of the 3DS! That would be kind of funny, though. We're supposed to hear about the Switch 2 sometime soon, right? Like, in like, one of the... It was like the fall Nintendo Direct, right? Was the plan? Because I know they specifically mentioned they weren't going to talk about it during the summer one. But I think fall was supposed to be when they talked about it. I'm still waiting for my next Pokemon Direct. Give me my Pokemon news, please. Pokemon, please. I still like Super Switch as long as they don't go Zoomer and give us Skippy Switch Rizzler on God for real. Ew! I hate that. I hate that. They're waiting for Switch 3 to add 3D. Switch 3, now with a special, 3D headset. Or, like, 3D glasses. Pokemon pizza hype. So true. Pokemon Za. I need it. I'm still waiting for Kirby Air Ride 2. I know it will be the greatest game of all time. You are so based for this. Where is Kirby Air Ride 2? Where is my port of Kirby Air Ride? If they port Kirby Air Ride to the GameCube emulator that they have on the Switch, I will be happy. But they should do that, and then they should also announce Kirby Air Ride 2. They should do both things. Every bloody Nintendo Direct, I'm just hoping. I'm always looking forward to seeing my little pink friend. I just want to see Kirby. But I loved Kirby Air Ride as a kid, so I would honestly love if they brought it back in a sequel. Or if they just, you know, ported it to the GameCube emulator. That'd be so sick. You don't need Sir Pink Ball? I do! Kirby Air Ride 2 and Sonic Riders 2. Technically, they already had a Sonic Riders 2. There were 2 different Sonic Riders games that released. Riders was called something else though. It wasn't called 2. But there are 2 different Sonic Riders games already. So it'd be more like a Sonic Riders 3, I guess. Free Riders? Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but it did get a sequel. But I would take Sonic Riders too. Sonic Riders fun. Sonic Riders, if we're gonna talk about games that had an insane difficulty ceiling, what the heck was the deal with Sonic Riders? Some of those maps were just so specific about what you needed to do in order to win. Those AIs were very intense. You played games before colors existed. Ouch. Critical hit, but also so true. Imagine playing video games before they had color. Whoa, crazy. Trying to get the grind rails to work. Trying to get that specific shortcut in the jungle so that you could do the sick flip into the air that would actually allow you to get first, because otherwise you would keep getting second. Just me? Probably just me. But okay, we're getting a little bit off topic. So I guess we're looking at Gardic phone. And I'll try to figure out how to do Gardic on stream. Maybe I'll ask Charlotte. Because if Charlotte's gone into work on YouTube before, maybe I'll just ask her where the YouTube integration is. Because I'm telling you, I looked at the homepage and literally it only showed Twitch. I see I'm late and didn't save Necrobarista. Well, it's because Necrobarista is kind of a long game. At least for, like, the Yuno Hanaki playing ability. I do want to play it eventually, but we talked about maybe having it replace Chance of Sonar once I finish Chance of Sonar. We'll do Necrobarista instead. It'll become the morning reading stream or something like that. We could do words on stream and Gardic on stream. True! That would actually make sense to do both. I'm down for doing both of them. It would still mean that we'd all be playing the same kind of games together and, like, guessing stuff. You're so right. You're actually cooking. Okay, if you guys are okay with doing both, then we could just make it so it's, a blank on stream day. Blank on stream. Learn how to type, you know. Words, Gardic. Can't wait to blank on stream. Wait, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. This is just from my notes. Will the start time of the stream be the same? Yes. If you want it to be earlier, I can change it to earlier. It's just that it might be kind of tough because it's a day where I have to do island tasks. So I can't really start any earlier than, like, 2? Later? No, I can't do later. I'm sorry. I can't do later because I have my meeting. There's meeting. There's meeting. I have meeting. To be fair, I didn't know that the meeting was going to be scheduled for this particular day before I made my schedule, so it's kind of on me. But this is a very important meeting, so can't reschedule it. Putting on stream as your thumbnail? Yeah, no, honestly, I should. That'd be funny. Your normal time, I'll only miss, like, 1.5 hours. Oh, okay. If I go for the whole, like, 4 hours that I could do it before the meeting, then you'd probably still have plenty of time to participate in both guessing the words and the Gardic. I think we'd be okay. Well, yeah. Should be all good. I will make it a longer stream at the very least so that as many people can participate as possible. Woohoo! That means that we have made our choice. Don't say it like that! You guys are making this worse on purpose. I know how you are. I know how it be. Anyway, I'm going back to the chatting screen now. We will just Zatsu for the remainder. Zatsu! Hello again. I love Zatsu. Hey, guess what? I also love Zatsu. Surprised we didn't get more suggestions for a Zatsu-oriented stream, but hey, it is what it is. I hope you have fun with everyone when you play. I'm sure I will. I hope everybody can stop in for at least a little bit if possible. Luckily, both of those kinds of games are ones where people can jump in literally whenever. It's not like a limited join thing. It's literally just as soon as you're in the chat and you start participating, you are counted as a participant. So, should still be fine. Who is that P? That's the Patreon Damadachi. That is Orenjidachi, as everybody's been calling him. You're slacking on Fall Guys lore? There's lore? I haven't played enough Fall Guys, to be honest. I've only played Fall Guys once. Once? Maybe twice. No, once. No, maybe it was twice. Anyway, I haven't played Fall Guys very much at all. So if there is lore, I have no idea. But yeah, he's the Patreon guy. He does a little bit. I think it's one of those things where we do it so often it feels like a waste to use our vote on a Zatsu. That's fair. I mostly meant that you could choose like a topic, though. I thought it was La Japon. No, he is not La Japon. Well, yeah, we love our little Patreon brother. He's a little silly. He's a little goofy. There's an explore mode in Fall Guys that takes you through random custom maps, and there are legitimately masterpieces in there. Really? Fascinating. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Even silly games can end up having pretty deep lore. When a silly thing has deeper lore, I always think it's a bit, fun. Because I'm just like, yeah, you go. Take your series seriously. Custom maps can be super fun. You should consider playing with us on stream. We can probably do Fall Guys on stream together at some point. Ran into a map that was Miku. Miku. Hatsune Miku. I need her. I need the Miku map. I think it would be even more epic if the Miku map played Vocaloid music. I'd probably get a bit crunk, to be honest with you. You saved the code? Oh, you're so epic. Heck yeah. Not many opportunities like eating an Oni. You guys are so mean to me. Why do you want to throw me so bad? DMC incoming? Nah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Vocaloid's pretty chill. I like how in Splatoon there's lore implying their world is in the far future long after humans have gone extinct. So true. Those bean creatures are terrifying. Not just because they are beans, because I'm terrified of beans, but like... the fact that they are like canonically really, really tall, and that there's like actually like living flesh creatures underneath the skins, I don't like it. I don't like it. I've recently discovered Vocaloid songs. My brain is obsessive, so that's a mistake. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Vocaloid songs are all so good. Which songs have struck your fancy? I like Vocaloid. I've been into Vocaloid for a long time now, actually. I wouldn't say that I'm like a super fan, but, you know. Anonymous M living rent-free. Ooh, Anonymous M is really good. That's a really good song. Good pick. I like the snitching song. Oh, are you talking about, oh my gosh, what's it called? Chururita Chururita? That one's not technically Vocaloid. Una, I think, is like a different, branch of vocal synthesizers. Not technically a Vocaloid. But the snitching song is good, I understand. Hell with a banger soundtrack, I'd say fire. Kaya's Last Matsuri was a gateway. Yes! She picked a lot of good songs. A lot of them are like older songs, but like really good songs. And you know, the medley, I think, does a good job showcasing good songs. I don't know if she ever shared the backstory, but we were all allowed to choose at least 2 songs that we wanted to sing as part of the medley. I chose mine. I chose really quickly because they were songs that I really, really love. I like the ones that sound kind of like... I don't know how to word it, but there's just a certain tone to a lot of like the older Vocaloid songs, like the late 2000s. The late 2000s sound I really like. Kenjalon and Acute, I think, both kind of suit that aesthetic really well. Also, Kenjalon has like a ballroom aesthetic, and I really like ballroom Regency era type storylines, so that's why I like Kenjalon a lot. And then Acute is just a song that I really like because I like playing it in Project Diva. It's really good. Also, there's a manga for Acute. The person who made the song like wrote an actual like storyline out for like the backstory of how that song came to be. So there's like a manga about Miku, Luka, and Kaito being a trio of friends and like all of the relationship drama that causes them to end up in that situation. Whenever someone mentions Vocaloid, all I can hear in my brain is Miku yelling, "Sekaide!" That's true. Yeah, R.I.P. Wawaka. Vocaloid's good. There's a lot of good songs, and I also really like how flexible it is. Like, you can find different songs in, like, pretty much any genre. There's, like, metal Vocaloid, there's, like, rock Vocaloid, there's the cutesy pop, there's the sad ballad, there's the cutesy pop that's disguised as a really emo song. There's, like, Wagaki versions of Vocaloid, where you get, like, your Senbon Zakuras and your, like, Kami no Mani Manis and things like that. But yeah, I hope you continue to enjoy your gateway into Vocaloid. It's really cool that there are people who can still get into Vocaloid in, like, current year. I guess because I've known about it for so long, and it was back when people didn't really listen to Vocaloid. It's just like, huh. I do think that there are a wider variety of songs now compared to when people were first getting into it, like, back when I was. And I think that that's really neat. Miku Fiesta's fun, didn't expect it to use the JP voice bank for a Spanish Vocaloid song. That's the fun thing. Even though they've started recording different voice banks for other languages, there's still, like, the option to use, like, different sound voice banks for songs that are, like, in a different language. It's really neat. Vocaloid is such a flexible software to use. Some Vocaloids are easier to use than others, which is why you get, like, an abundance of, like, Miku songs or Kagamine songs or, like, Luka songs and things like that, while other Vocaloids are, like, notoriously difficult. One of the main reasons Kaito doesn't have a lot of songs as a Vocaloid is because his voice bank is very, very difficult to use. Or, like, it was for a very long time, and it also didn't get updated for a while. when it did get updated, it was still like a little bit difficult, but maybe less so. But it caused a lot of people to not really make as many songs with Kaito because his bank was just difficult to work with. Which one would you recommend to a person that has never listened to any like me? Oh god. What genre of music do you like? That's kind of what has to narrow it down first. I think if you just kind of want like a general taste of music, you might want maybe get into the songs that were in Project Diva. Project Diva has a pretty good collection of classic Vocaloid sounding songs. EDM and rock? Okay. When I don't know if this is necessarily EDM, but like dance music, I think of Sankey Music, which is 3-9 music. For rock, anything by Neru. If you watched Kaya Matsuri, Kaya did a song, Lost Ones Weeping. That song was by Neru. Really, really good rock song. Neru does a lot of rock music. Mafu Mafu does a little bit of rock Vocaloid songs too. Hi, Kaya. They're asking for recommendations for Vocaloid songs for people who like EDM and rock. So I'm trying to think of producers that are known for doing rock songs. Someone else brought up Deco Nina. Deco Nina does a lot of rock too. Hi, Kaya. Giga's good for EDM, that's true. Yeah, Giga would probably be better for dance music. So, like, if you're looking for that too, Teddy Lloyd, I think, also is, like, EDM adjacent. Not fully EDM, but, like, kind of techno-y dance music. Giga and Teddy Lloyd have worked together on a few songs recently. They have a very fun sound to them. Very good danceable music. I don't know how to write 90% of the names you have said. Oh my god, okay. So, Giga, Teddy Lloyd, Neru, Deco 27, which is how you say Deco Nina, or how you write Deco Nina, I should say. I mean, Kaya has written down both Giga and Hachioji. Hachioji P is also a good one for dance music. But like these. If you look up songs by these producers, you'll probably just want to search like Vocaloid Giga or like Vocaloid Teddy Lloyd or something. You should be able to find their channels and their portfolios of music. Or people who have uploaded their songs with like subtitles or whatever. Yo-Yo Yuppe. Oh, true. Yo-Yo Yuppe is really good for rock, but like rock ballad, kind of. So like if you like more power ballad stuff, Yo-Yo Yuppe is a good pick. Who did was Yo-Yo Yuppe the person who composed oh my god, what's the song called? Error. Who composed Error? Kaya, who composed Error? I don't remember. Da, 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 da. Who composed Error? I don't remember. Nikki! Right! It was Nikki. I wasn't sure. I forgot. Good for EDM too. Also true. Yeah, Nikki did Wave. If you heard Isla-sama's cover of Wave. Hi, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Kaya's brain is bigger than me. I recognize songs, but I tend to forget producer names. I feel really bad. Wave is so good. It is. Nikki has a few other songs that are kind of similar to that one. Whoopee. But yeah, those are some suggestions. I wish you luck. Enjoy your Vocaloid journey. Giga is one of my favorite producers. I also really like Police Piccadilly. I really like our sound design. They're a little bit lesser known, but I like their songs. Mitchie M. Mitchie M is more for like dancey pop idol type music. 40MP. 40MP, I don't really know how to describe his music, but it's more like I guess it's just like kind of pop. Very piano heavy. Honeyworks not mentioned. Look, Honeyworks is barely known as Vocaloid producers anymore. That may have been how they started, but they definitely don't release Vocaloid music anymore. They do not do Vocaloid stuff anymore. But it's true that that's where they got their stuff. Or they got their start there, is what I meant to say. I don't know how to talk. But I love Honeyworks. I just don't think that they necessarily count as Vocaloid anymore. Because they barely do anything with it. Now that they get to work with all these famous seiyuu, they don't need Vocaloid anymore. They also get jobs for, like, bigger properties and stuff. They composed a few songs for Idolmaster, and I was like, what the heck? Why can't that be me? Why can't I sing Honeyworks songs for the Idolmaster project? Bleh. But that's just wishful thinking on my part. I am just a little Oni with big dreams. They literally used Kafu 2 months ago. I guess that's true. I don't really like listening to Kafu songs, though. I don't like Kafu's voice. I've listened to some of the stuff they've done with Kafu, but I don't particularly like it. Kafu's just not my vibe, I guess. Me too. I shake your hand. At this point, I almost prefer when they do stuff with the Utaite or the Seiyuu. Because if they don't get a Seiyuu to do it, they usually have their VTuber daughters sing the songs now. Because they have those 2 V-Singer daughters. That V-Singer unit. Man, imagine being a Honeyworks child. That'd be crazy. Crazy. Hanon called the hub my beloved. They're so cute. I like their designs a lot. Anyways. Honeyworks, I suppose, does technically also count. They just don't really do it as much anymore. Man. Vocaloid. This reminds me, I want to go back and play more Project Diva. I have it. I was in the process of trying to perfect all of the songs. Am I still on hard or did I switch to extreme yet? I don't remember. I know I'm trying to get perfects on every song before I progress to the next, like, difficulty level. I want to play more, though. I just haven't had time. It's so hard to find time for things. I'm so busy all the gosh dang time. Hi, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the headpats. But no, it really do just be like that. Life is just so busy. Speaking of being busy, I have projects I gotta do after this. I have to do some recording. I have actual like other projects I gotta do. Ooh, so much to do. No, you don't have to cry for me. I'm happy being busy. It's kind of nice knowing I don't have to occupy my time just like playing games by myself. Being able to use it a little bit productively is good. The August angst never ends. They really do be putting the aug in August. But yeah, I am keeping busy to distract myself from the incoming depression. As we get closer and closer to the end of the month, I'm just like, I don't see, I don't perceive, it's not happening. I'm still figuring out how to make August being in an endless loop. I am still trying to work that out. I'm doing the research. It's almost December already. Stop. Don't. Stop it. That's so scary to think about. Anyway, can we not skip to December? We do have an important thing that happens in October. Lest we forget. Become turnip? You're so right. Google, how do I become a turnip? Yeah, my birthday. Shut up. Well, it's October. So true. Honestly, I also forgot. Loop the last 2 weeks of August. You're so right. Those are the only weeks of August that matter. I thought you didn't want August to end. I also don't want August to end. But what if we just have an August that is also October? What if we just treat one of the August loops as if it is October? That's doable, right? Right? I think that's doable. They have the same amount of days in the month. We could just pretend one of those Augusts is October August. October! I don't know why that got me, but that's so true. It really is October. We have 2 days to prep then? What do you mean 2 days? Oh, I guess that's true. I guess it is technically just 2 days because we'd have to make sure that it's from the actual middle of the month. That's so... Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. 2 days? That's scary. But we can do it. We're capable. Right, Kaya? We're capable. We can just do it in 2 days. It's fine. I didn't have any life I wanted to live in these next 2 days anyway. It's fine, we got it. Okay, we can do it. We are saying this while experiencing the biggest physical pain. What are we doing? I thought you knew what we were doing. You're the one that said we have 2 days to prep. I'm perceiving the date and I'm uncomfortable with how late we are in the year. I know, right? I feel like a lot of my streams devolve into thinking about how fast time is going, but it's genuinely going, like, too fast. Why is it going this fast? Why are we moving at Mach speed? I just think that maybe we shouldn't. 1 day to come up with ideas, 1 day to do them. So true. Well, Kaya is a same-day doer. If she comes up with an idea for something, she will also do her part of the thing within the same day. Sometimes within the same hour. So it's more like, for me, it's 1 day to come up with ideas, 1 day to do it. Although there have also been times where she sees me responding to something that she did and she's like, hey, where are your lines? And I'm just like, I literally just got here. What do you mean? I'm just sitting here. You remember how I said I have that thing I have to record at the end of stream? Almost done the mix. Can you give me your line? See? See? This is what I mean. That's the thing I have to record after this. She's so fast. The pressure. Give me like 10 more minutes to finish stream and then I'll record as soon as I'm done, okay? I promise. Do it live? No, it's spoilers for the content. It's spoilers for the content. I can't do it live. Now. I have a workhorse and you know the show pony. I hate this. I don't like that. With you and Kaya doing stuff together could easily be Rick and Morty if they were idols, but no Szechuan sauce. Szechuan sauce? I think that's how you say it. Also though, true. Ninja gun. Sizes check out too. Stop! Stop! You're so mean to me. You're so mean. It's not even necessary. That's crazy. All I do is be nice. and all I receive are height jokes. Such is the life of the Bunobaniki experience. Mm-mm. Too short to be Morty, what the frick? That's crazy. It wasn't the point that I'm Rick. I wouldn't be the pickle, though. I honestly don't know that much about the show. I've heard of it. I actually don't even think I've seen clips. I've heard people reference the Pickle Rick thing, and I've heard people reference the sauce. I don't really know anything else. I went by height. You don't outdrink Kaya, so you can't be Rick? That's fair. You know, planning on having a 3D model taller than Kaya? No, 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 no. I have debated whether or not I would get taller Geta, parentheses, get a height buff. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I don't think I would try to become taller than Kaya. That would make me a bit too giant. Taller Geta, you mean stilts? No. Not stilts. They are not stilts. Stay small. I don't know. I've debated it. She got a height debuff. That's true. She was so small. I like my Oni small. Well, I mean, I'd still be relatively small, but I was thinking about just, like, adjusting the numbers a little bit so I'm not as small. But this is only something I'm thinking about. I'm not, like, fully committing to it yet, if that makes you feel any better. What? What do you mean, what? You're gonna grow? No, I just said I was considering it. I was wondering if I was going to... I was debating giving myself a height buff. Someday. The thing is, I don't know when that would ever happen. But I debated the concept. That means I can grow too? No? You already gave yourself a height buff. What do you mean? You'll always be small in our hearts. Man. Kaya grew 10 centimeters when Ephemera debuted. Exactly! She already got her height buff. She doesn't need another one. $170, the end. So true. Well, no, this is just a thought that I had. I'm not fully committed. I was just debating it. I was like, should I grow a little bit taller? But then I was like, eh. I'm not really committed one way or the other yet. Just replace your clogs with platform shoes. They're not clogs! They're already platform shoes! That's what Geta are! Geta are platforms! They're not clogs! Kaya wants to be able to reach the moon from Earth. I mean, that would fit with her lore. That's not entirely incorrect. It would kind of fit with her lore. But also, that would be silly. She cannot be that giant. They aren't platform shoes until they have an aquarium of fish in them? Why would you do that to me? I don't want to walk on fish. I don't want to walk on fish? What? That's such a bizarre concept. Can I at least make it like a flower garden in my shoes? Does it have to be an aquarium? Bet next outfit. You can't make that bet for me. That's not how this works. You don't decide that for me. And I didn't say a damn thing. Two daisies and a bee? There's a bee. That's fine. 2 daisies and a bee, I'll live with it. Greenhouse shoes. Eco-friendly. At least the bee will be well fed. Because there are flowers in there. So it'd be fine. You step on bees but not fish? Yeah. Off topic, you ever seen Bee Movie? I have, but I saw it through a commentary channel that, like, they released, like, a commentary track to the full movie that you were supposed to, like, sync up with the movie, so it was like you were listening to their commentary alongside them. So it wasn't an organic, I watched the Bee Movie by itself. I watched the Bee Movie while listening to their commentary. So, like, yes, but with the asterisk of I didn't, like, authentically watch Bee Movie. But I did experience Bee Movie, so I still think that kind of counts. I watched it through a GIF. Real. What did you think? It sure was a movie. I feel like it, like, lost me once they went through the whole, I'm trying to remember what I should even call this arc. They kind of lost me around the court case, I guess. Like, that whole segment with, like, suing humanity for using the likeness of bees on their honey or whatever that plot point was. Everything that came after that, so out of left field. Literally made no sense. Did not enjoy it. I was just like, this is dragging for so long. Why is this movie suddenly so serious? It just did not make sense tonally. It felt like they were two different movies. If you want, like, an honest answer. If you want the shitpost answer, no, movies suck, movie bad, icky, yucky, bleh. Can we watch the new Shrek movie when it comes out? Yeah, obviously. I have to know what this movie is even going to be about. I did not expect that they were ever going to actually announce it, so, like, I have to know what it's about now. I think I watched the fourth one. I know I watched the third. I think I watched the fourth. I feel like I did. I must have. We have to see the new Shrek one. This is true. We have to see the new one. I have no idea what it's gonna be about. Never watched the fourth. How was it? It's, There's a Shrek 4. Yes, there is a Shrek 4 where he hates his life and he's basically like, I wish I never left my swamp, and it, like, erases all of everything that he did, basically, and he goes back to his swamp, but then he's miserable, and the whole story is about him kind of trying to, like, get back to Rumpelstiltskin and, like, undo his wish, basically. It's the whole, like, you don't realize what you have until you lose it type deal. Which one was the one where they go to Fiona's kingdom? You were talking about the second movie. A what if. Yeah, it's a what if. What if he just never left the swamp? What was Shrek 3 about? Shrek 3 was Fiona's cousin? Nephew? Cousin. Prince Arthur, King Arthur. Yeah, the whole plot is that he finds out Fiona is pregnant, he gets stressed out because he doesn't want kids, but then they have to do a plot with, King Arthur. And he basically has to, like, coach Arthur into becoming a proper king or whatever, and through that, that's how he kind of has that experience of raising a child, because blah blah blah, taking care of a teenager is the same as taking care of a baby. Allegedly. Stupid plot point, by the way. But that's kind of that plot. Also, Prince Charming comes back, I think, and he's, like, annoying. But what else are we supposed to expect from Prince Charming? Did I watch that? I wouldn't be surprised if you watched it and then forgot it, because it was very forgettable. I only barely remember that plot. I remember the premise, and I don't remember anything that actually happens in the movie. It's a very forgettable film. I think the fourth one is slightly more memorable, if only because it does, like, a bunch of alternate universe stuff with all the characters, which I think is pretty neat. I like alternate universes, so I didn't particularly mind that, but, yeah. None of the villains could compare to Lord Farquaad. The only exception is Jack from Puss in Boots. Real! Lord Farquaad was a pretty good villain, I think. He was, like, evil, but, like, the smarmy kind of evil, which, like, really fits the whole fairy tale aesthetic. Although, honestly, I really liked 2. I thought that Shrek 2 was a really, really good sequel, in terms of, like, what I think a sequel should be like. I thought it was really good, personally. 1, 2, 4, 3, in my opinion. I would agree with that. Shrek 2 is my fave, and you would be real for this opinion. Remember Shrek watch-along? Shrek Endurance watch-along until the release of the 5th movie. Ikuzo. Not exactly unpopular, but the Shrek movies drop in quality a lot after Shrek 2. You are correct. They put like, all of their strength into Shrek 2. And then it feels like Shrek 3 was just... it really felt like it was just, like, pointless direct-to-DVD sequel bait. But it was kind of in that era where, like, sequels were mostly coming out only on DVD anyway, so the quality deservedly did dip. And then the 4th movie did a little bit better, but they couldn't really recover from the damage that 3 did. 3 did an insane amount of damage to the reputation of the Shrek franchise. So 4 had a lot of cleaning up to do, and it didn't really match up completely. 4 was just kind of average. Even if the only thing we got from Shrek 2 was their version of I Need a Hero, it would still be a contender for Best Shrek. I love their version of I Need a Hero. Shrek 2 was just so fucking funny. Like, at least compared to the other sequels, Shrek 2 had, like, the right amount of jokes, the right amount of, like, musical numbers that were super goofy. It felt like there was a lot of love and care in the second one. And then the third one, you could tell that the thing that they loved and cared about was money. And then the 4th one, like I said, they did try to pick up the pieces of what they crumbled into dust from 3. But there was only so much that 4 could have done to try and recover what was already a pretty stained reputation. Which is why I'm so curious that now we're getting 5. Like, there has to... I am of the belief, right? I understand that there are times where people will just reignite a franchise for the sake of money and nothing else. I get that. But I am also of the belief that most of the time when a sequel happens, it's because there is more story that needs to be told. But what could be left with a 5th? I really don't know what to expect from the 5th one. Because I feel like most of the stories that they've wanted to tell have already been told. Because they've done the whole, like, oh, I hate my life, I hate being a dad. And then he was like, no, I actually love it. I love this happy ending that I got. I don't know where they could go from here if they still wanted Shrek to be the lead. Because I feel like Shrek's already done all of his growth. Unless they're going to undo his growth for the sake of a 5th movie, that would just be kind of frustrating. I actually haven't watched Puss in Boots Last Wish. I've heard a lot of good things about it, though. Time skip with older kids. Shrek 5 is going to have to deal with teenage kids. Oh god, I do not need Shrek being the voice of the boomers, complaining about his kids being into TikTok or whatever. You have to watch Last Wish? Will you guys watch it with me? Oh, you watch it with me if we can find a place where it's streaming. But no, I've never seen it. I keep hearing good things, though. Is Donkey still married too? I think so? They had, like, donkey-dragon hybrid children, so I would assume so. But, like, the dragon doesn't really show up very much. Probably because she would be a pain in the butt to animate in all of those scenes because she's so big. But, like, he does have kids as far as I know. Like, he has babies, too, alongside Shrek. The animation goes really hard. I heard it had a really unique art style. I'll have to look into it. Anyway, though, thank you for letting me ramble about this. I get, like, I don't want to say excited about the 5th Shrek movie, but it's been such a long time coming. I'm very curious what they're gonna end up actually doing with it. Oh yeah, there was also that, like, didn't they just finish having that the big Disney conference where they discussed a bunch of Disney sequels and things coming out? I haven't looked at any of that. The only thing I heard about was an Incredibles 3. D23? I guess it's more like D24, huh? Because it's for the year 2024. The only thing I heard about from that was Incredibles 3. Oh, also Toy Story 5. They announced a 5th one, didn't they? I remember because I saw, like, a image from it, like a concept art, and it was the kid, the girl, the new daughter, the whatever, the child that they're with now. She's, like, holding an iPad. And I guess the premise of the movie is supposed to be that she's getting more enveloped in technology and she has less time for her toys. And it's supposed to be one of those things where it's just like, kids don't play with their toys anymore. They're too immersed in their iPads. Which is such a stupid premise when you think about how modern-day toys are not made to last like they were in the past. They genuinely are not. They are not. Like, the toys that kids have as options these days are so bad for children to actually play with. Like, you can't... This is not an argument you should be making. Have you guys looked at the toy section in, like, modern-day stores? It's either, like, display pieces that are not meant to be played with because they are meant to be put on display as collector's items, or they are toys that will break the minute you breathe on them. They're so low quality compared to the toys that people used to get when they were younger, or, like, when we were younger. Like... Can you really blame these kids for being more invested in things like the internet or like technology where you get access to more things at the touch of a button versus like a really crappy toy that breaks super easily? I don't know, I'm mad. Toy Story Isekai into a digital world? I don't think so. It's more just like... They're going to be complaining about technology and how they don't think technology is as valuable as getting to play with your toys. But, like, maybe you should make toys that are better and longer lasting? I'm just saying. Who broke your toys? This is a safe space. Nobody broke my toys! But what I'm saying is, I've looked at toy sections, because, like, sometimes I peek in there to see if there are any cute Pokemon plushies. That's, like, the only reason I look in toy sections anymore. But, like, most of the toys that are there are just, like, plushies, and then, like, random, like, what are they called? Blind boxes? And then, like, toys with a bunch of, like, really small pieces and parts. Toys that are really easy to break. Toys just, like, aren't built to last anymore. Didn't they already do this with Wreck-It Ralph? That's also a good complaint to raise, yeah. Because, like, Wreck-It Ralph's whole thing was, like, older games versus, like, the digital age, and how, like, digital games are, like, more mindless or whatever. This is just a rehashing of a point that they've already made. I don't see why they have to make this point with the Toy Story characters. Lego is truly the epitome of toys, but even then, once you finish building, like, a Lego structure, because there's less Lego that's just there for free building, and it's more like Lego sets that are there to build a specific, like, diorama of something, and then you're supposed to put it on a shelf once you build it. Not many people do what kids do with Legos, where they break it as soon as they build it, and then build it again. if ever, because most of the time people are just like, okay, I built this really pretty thing, and the pieces are very small and delicate and fragile and easy to lose, so I'm going to put it on a shelf and never touch it again. And yeah, Legos have gotten expensive too, especially if you get into those like collector's item ones that are based off of like famous IP, like a Star Wars ship or whatever. You don't want to necessarily have a kid play with that because they could lose the parts, they could end up not building it properly because they try to force pieces in, yada yada yada. Like, it's not really made for kids anymore, or at least it doesn't feel like it is. I've gotten shorts by LEGO employees and the things they gotta do shock me. Toy Story 5 also makes no sense because Woody stayed behind. He's not with them anymore. I didn't watch Toy Story 4, so, I don't know where you're saying he stayed behind at. If I remember the trailers, I guess that means that he stayed behind, like, with Bo Peep at the fair? Question mark? Is that what happened? I don't know. Spoilers for Toy Story 4, I guess. People in their 30s and older are now the biggest consumer of toys, old and new, and that's why they've turned into collector's items, because adults do not play with toys, quote-unquote. They get them to collect them. That's what I'm trying to get at here. They are not built to be held by children and, like, actually played around with, like, they're not meant to be played with. They're meant to be put on a shelf and looked at as a pretty collector's item that you spent, like, $300 on, like if it's that Zelda Deku tree. Like, they're not built for kids. Kids do not have the same kinds of, like, indestructible toys that were built for them, like, slamming them around on the ground and stuff. You try to do that with a toy nowadays, and it'll instantly, like, shatter like glass. I mean, most of the children, quote-unquote, in my family are, like, teenagers now, so I don't really have a frame of reference in terms of, like, actual kids, but I do remember that, like, when they were still at the age where they were getting toys during Christmas, the options were so slim, because it just felt like most of the toys that were built were like, not made to last, or were, like, not ideal for kids. They started asking for, like, less and less actual toys and more just, like, buy me a movie, or, like, get me a gift card to a bookstore, or things like that, where they could get their own stuff. And it was usually not even toy stuff. They grew out of it really, really fast. At least faster than I think I did. I think I was getting toys when I was, up until I was, like, what, 12? 13? My younger cousins stopped getting toys when they were 10. Because toys just weren't worth it anymore. Just give them V-Bucks. I do think my, younger male cousin is into Fortnite. I don't know about the girl, but I don't think she's ever really been that into video games. She's more of like she's like a jock, surprisingly. She's like really into sports. So I don't think she's ever really cared about that stuff. I do know that she was a pretty big reader, though. That was something the two of us had in common. Big bookworm, that one. I have nephews and a niece that age. I've given them all my toys instead of buying them new ones. Honestly, that's really cute. That's more sentimental value, too. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry to get on a random podium about children's toys, but, like, I was thinking about this the other day when I saw that announcement about Toy Story 5, and I was just like, why? Like, I can't blame children for being more interested in the internet, because the internet just has more options, and obviously you don't want to give a child who's too small something as delicate as, like, a piece of technology. But, like, there are just more things to do on a digital device than there are with certain kinds of toys. It's an interesting tangent. It's fun when you're on the soapbox, don't look at me. I don't know, this is just my opinion. I really don't have a horse in the race because I don't have any, like small children in my life who I would have to be buying toys for, but, like, it's just something I've noticed, because I'm guilty of being a person who likes to collect toys. So whenever I go with my friend to, like, find things that we want to consider adding to our collections, it's just like, wow, all of these things kind of suck. They're all so lame. Pokemon toys are really the only option, but that's because more stores are starting to actually carry the, like, stuff that you can get at Pokemon centers. Pokemon centers used to be the only place you could get the, like, higher quality plushies, or, like, the really good toys and merchandise and stuff. But more stores are starting to partner with Pokemon centers and, like, offer those kinds of toys as well. Obviously still quite limited, but it's at least better in terms of, like, plushies and other kinds of memorabilia. I don't know, man. I will not let kids onto the internet these days, not until they're at least 15. That's fair. I do think that there is a responsibility of the parents to pay attention to what their kids are consuming on the internet if they are going to allow their kids to use the internet. But I also think it's possible to use a device that only has, like, children's games on it, and, like, none of those things that would take them onto, like, major internet services, like YouTube. I don't trust YouTube Kids. I know it might be bad to say that on the YouTube platform, but I don't trust it as far as I can throw it. I'm more of the kind of person who's like, here's a device that has a bunch of games that you can play. You can literally do nothing else. You also are not going to be able to find the app for the App Store, so you cannot get other apps for other things. But you can play games, and that's all that you are allowed to do on this device. Oops, all the microtransactions. Oh my god. Yeah, that's an issue as well. But anyway, I don't want to get too far into that side of it either. I think there's a responsibility for parents. This is all I'll say. I think there's a responsibility for parents to pay attention to what their kids are doing with their devices. Do I think you should fully monitor what they are doing every waking second? Maybe not, depending on the age of your child. But you should pay attention to what they are consuming. The horror stories of people who let the algorithm decide what their children should watch next is, like, crazy. And I could not imagine just leaving the algorithm to decide what my child watches, and it leads to them watching something that they definitely should not see at that age. I'd be like, no. No, no, no. I would immediately turn it off, and I'd be like, okay, no more YouTube for right now. You should pay attention to what they're consuming me with my half-eaten toys. Yeah, not only are toys fragile, they are also so edible. What happened to the days where toys were really difficult to rip apart? Anyway. Anyway. You're right, though. I should go record. If Kaya is still lurking, she's probably just waiting for the stream to end so she can be like, time to record. And she'll, like, hold up the ninja gun at me, and I'll be like, Easy bake oven. Okay, easy bake ovens did not make anything edible. I would know. I had one. I made nothing edible with that thing. Anyway. We're gonna go ahead and call it here. This feels like something I could turn into, like, a full OniMon about. But maybe, I was thinking in my head when I was first talking about this, but maybe we should do an OniMon that's dedicated to the, like, Disney announcements, just so we can complain. Wah, 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 wah. That'd be funny, I think. The Kaiharuken, no! I'll cry. We'll be there for hours? Good. Hehe. You are trapped here now. This is my domain. But yeah, I was thinking that we could do something like that. That'd be very, very silly. OniMon, toys, and why we should make toys great again. You're so right! So true. But yes, I'm going to go record before my voice explodes. Because I do need to record. What's tomorrow? Right, so tomorrow is Pokemon Unite. And actually, speaking of Kaya... I think Kaya wanted to join me for some of it, so we might do a couple rounds together, if she's still able to. So we might queue up and do some stuff as part of it. But my current plan is to do the solo gameplay mode, which I think is still there. I have to double check. But I was going to play solo mode because I use that to practice new characters, new mons, I guess. And then maybe a little bit of ranked gameplay. I'll do like solo queue and ranked. Because I'm trying to get my rank up. So I hope you are interested in watching that. If you're not, that's fine. I know it's different from what I usually play. But yeah, I hope you look forward to it. That is the plan for tomorrow. Until then, thank you guys so much for choosing to spend time with me. Oh, thank you for the blue super chat. Yes, I will work. I promise. You don't have to use the work sticker at me. I promise. I'm going to record as soon as I'm done. But thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, Inotsu!